questions and answer session. We had a wonderful meeting last time, and I'm grateful that we were able to, even though maybe we were not able to take all the questions, but we did had a very successful meeting compared to the Q&A session that we had the other time. And just like we did last time, I have my team on the channels that we normally use, the live chat and the help desk. They are there to assist you in case you have any question, any problem that you are having with your, the platform, the issues of the certificates, the shares, the logins and all that. We do have our team on standby to make sure that they address those questions. They are able to help you with whatever the problem that you have. Normally we said at a time when we allow questions, we would prefer to have questions that are more general, not those questions whereby you are saying I'm failing to log in. Those that will require me maybe to go into the back office and see why maybe you are failing to log in. So those kind of questions, please, let's try to address them to the IT, which I confirm now that they are on standby to make sure that they attend to your problems. Now, in our last meeting, we explained a little bit about the history of Weonomy. What is Weonomy? How did it came about? And then I think today I wanted to go a little bit back. There's a company that is called AEEX South Africa. I also wanted to give just the background of the company and how does the AEEX South Africa, how does it now, how did it come about? And there's still some confusion about the people who are in AEEX. They don't understand how do the two companies come together. So I think if I can try to explain that as to how what is AEEX, how did it come about, its vision, and that will maybe clear some of the confusions that I've identified when I'm going through the tickets. When I'm going through the live chat, the types of questions, even on the emails when people are sending me the request, I do analyze the messages that are coming through, and then they help me to see where the problem is, where we really need to make sure that we explain everything. So another thing that we will cover today. I'll try also to talk about the virtual agents. I know it has been some time now that many people have paid. I have a list of the people who have paid for the virtual agents. And then it is also very important that we do touch on that to make sure that they also understand, get the feedback as to how far are the preparations for the virtual agents to have what they were promised that they will have. Many people have paid and they've been waiting for the next step. So I'll also try to go into that. And then in the last part of my presentation, I'll try to cover some of the commonly asked questions like we always do. Some misunderstandings that we have identified, and then we'll now allow people to ask questions. And then after the questions, like we did last time, we'll try to restrict the meeting within 2 hours so that we can have enough rest to be available tomorrow when now we will be with the CEO. Okay, let me start our meeting. Like I said, we'll be talking about the AEEX South Africa, and then we'll also go into the other but let me just share my screen here. Okay, we do have the website for AEEX South Africa. Okay, before we can go into this, let me say, somebody made me aware that I should make sure that I remind people that when we are in the meetings, let's try to turn off our cameras, our videos, because sometimes you'll find that people are watching and somebody forgot that the camera, the video is still live, and then they end showing things they are not supposed to show. So please, let's make sure that we turn off the videos so that whatever happens, nobody will be able to see. So, thank you very much. We now get into AEEX South Africa, and then I'll touch a little bit about it, and then now we can pass into the other parts of our agenda for today. Okay. Before maybe I get to the AEX, there is a trust that is called Water Trade and Power. I know that at a time when people were paying using the banks, others were asking when they were paying through the Standard Lesotho Bank, there was an account which people used to pay into, which was the Water Trade and Power. That is where the journey started. There was an initiative by the CEO, Mr. Simagula Peter Luima, and then they had a project where they wanted to supply the rural parts of Lesotho with electricity and water. So they had some partners in Israel who had the technology to help people, and then they visited some remote areas here in Lesotho where they demonstrated that technology that could help people with the issue of the water and electricity. And the people really appreciated that. If you can go into YouTube, there is a video about that. I'll try to search it while we are continuing with our presentation. Now, they demonstrated the solution that they had, and people were really inspired about the idea. Now, there was a challenge of even though now people are really interested in the solution that would help them, but now the issue of how are they going to finance the equipment that was presented was costly. So there was a challenge as to how now are we going to afford this technology, this equipment that is going to help us. And then that problem that people presented to say now, even though we do appreciate this technology, but then the problem is now how are we going to finance this? Now the CEO now had to find a way to say, okay, what is it that we can really make money for our people, for them to be able to afford solutions like the one that we were presenting through the Water Trade and Power. So that is what brought about the AEEX. It was formed to to help people to see when you look into the capital market, when you take the stock exchanges like Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the biggest, one of the biggest here in Southern Africa, and many other stock exchanges. Here in Lesotho, we have Maseru Securities Market, which was established around 2016, if I'm not mistaken. And up until now, if I remember well, not unless there's another company that is listing, but the last time I checked, it is still idling. You'll find that the requirements for the companies to list on those stock exchanges were very high. And it is not easy for smaller businesses, regardless of how viable, how their ideas, how important, how big is the idea, and all that. You'll find that it was really it is the requirements for for listing in those stock exchanges were really something that the medium to small to medium enterprises could afford. That is why even here in Lesotho, I remember many businesses have been attempting to list, and then it's really a struggle. The requirements that maybe you have, say, the capital of 5 million, maybe 10 million or so. So the idea that is just a new idea, having so much money as your capital can really be the problem. So then it now say only the bigger businesses, those that are the giants in the market, are the only ones that you'll find listed on those stock exchanges. Now, it means these other businesses that are still growing, now they have a challenge as to, they have a problem now, they cannot actually list. So when AEEX was established, it was established with the intention to open a stock exchange that will allow small to medium enterprise, that will offer a platform for those small to medium enterprise business to actually be able to list, and then so that they can offer their shares to the public. And then also it was intended to empower our people. You'll also say that when we talk of the bond market, is one of the biggest. We do have where most of the money is circulating around. You also find that most of the bonds that are issued, maybe by the central banks and all these other organizations, they worth millions. So much that for the people in the middle class, in the lower class, for them to acquire or to purchase the bonds, you'll find that it's really, for instance, here in Lesotho, normally I do see the adverts about the bonds that are issued by the central bank. You'll find that they worth millions of maloti, and then not just anybody can afford to to actually buy those bonds. And so another aspect of AEEX was also to offer the bonds that will be affordable, that will allow even somebody who is working at a factory level in our factories here, somebody who is working on the streets, somebody, those people who we can say they are low earning people. We intended to have them also, having a stake on the on the bond market. And then that is how AEX was formed. And then now, as time goes on, we we actually AEX is incorporated in South Africa, I should say that. And then there was a time where we acquired the prospectus. We had a prospectus that was approved by the CIPC in South Africa, and it started expired maybe around June or so. And then now, what I want I want to fast forward my presentation, because there's a lot that I can say about AEX. And then as time goes on, there was an idea of, okay, we all shares to the people, and we wanted to back up our shares, to make them to give them value, something like to say, when you look into the shares of these other companies, they fluctuate a lot due to many factors that do determine the price of the shares. So when you go into the precious metals like gold, you will find that gold has been one of those precious metals whose price does not really fluctuate a lot. Yes, it do fluctuate, but you'll find that even in the cases where people are living, when the economies of these other countries are going down, when you look at the billionaires, those people with billions, when there is economic recession or anything, you'll find that most of them they run to gold. They buy gold because gold is one of those precious metals that can really hold value for a very long time. Even though the price can go down, but you find that it does not go down badly. So now is when we that was then when the CEO and the management, the board decided that, okay, how will we back up our AEX shares now with gold to say which shareholder AEX, they should now be backed up by gold. That is when we used different coins. You'll see that when you go into our AEX gold coin website, yeah, there's a lot of information about the AEX gold coin. This is something that you can just visit the website. Let me see. Well, the problem EX gold coin.co.za. Okay, my apologies. It's like my network is not stable this side, but I'll try to make sure that we stay until the end. I was just trying to go into the AEX coin website. I'm not sure why there's okay, yeah, it's loading now. Let me share with you so that we can wrap up our presentation. I don't want to stay long on the AEEX gold coin. We do have this website about the AEEX gold coins. There is a video here that you can watch that shows one of the coins that were produced, and then we can read more about the gold coins. But these gold coins, just a summary, we had the 1 gram gold coin, we had the the 5 grams gold coin, and then we also had the 2.5. Now the 1 gram gold coin was intended for the bonds. Like I said, one of the aims that the AEEX had was to issue the bonds, although that it had all its own challenges, which we can discuss in another platform. And there was a 2.5 gram gold coin, which was now the one that was backing up the shares of the co-owners of AEX. And then there was a 5 gram gold coin, which was for now, if I remember well, was for the Class A shareholders. Now, that was how the AEX came about, and there was a listing that was supposed to be done around June, which there were some also challenges which delayed the whole process. But I do believe that the CEO will provide an update on that as to when exactly is the listing that was supposed to be, around June. When is it going to happen? Now, when we were working towards that listing, which I said it was supposed to happen around June, that is around that time, around April, that is when Weonomy came into place. And then when Weonomy came into place, this is something that I want to now, so that if you can pay attention on this, because we received so many questions from people about this, and I wanted to make it very clear to say. We received, okay, at a time when Weonomy come into place. Now, the board decided that, okay, all the people who are co-owners of AEEX, those who have shares in AEEX, just by virtue of being the AEEX shareholders, they should get exactly the same number of shares that they have in the AEX. If you were, if you invested around 10,000 in the AEX for 100,000 shares, and for somebody who invested 20,000 for 200,000 shares. When Weonomy was launched and incorporated, the board decided that, okay, everybody who is a co-owner of AEX should be given exactly the same number of shares, the Class B shares that they had in the AEX. So if you are in the AEX platform, and you have let's say you have around 10,000, if you have invested 10,000, maybe you have invested 20,000. The number of shares that you have on the AEX platform, you qualify for the same number of shares on the Weonomy platform. And then what is happening is you don't have to register on the Weonomy platform for you to say, now I claim the shares that I have on the Weonomy platform. On the very same AEEX platform, we do have, let me just go back here and then log in into AEX. on the platform, on the AEX platform, we do have the section that will show you the Weonomy shares that you have. So people are confusing the two platforms. They are saying, okay, I do have shares on the AEX, but also I want to register on the Weonomy platform. That way, then it becomes, you find that now you are dealing with the same person on two platforms, whereas they were supposed to register only on one platform. When you look into the dashboard of the AEX, we have this first section here, which is talking about Weonomy. It will show you the Class B shares of Weonomy that you have, and this should be equivalent to the gold coin Class B shares. Then, if you have a Class C shares, then you'll also see them here, meaning that you have your Class B shares and the Class C shares all in the same platform. So even your certificates, you'll also be able to see. If you have the Class B certificate, you'll be able to download this certificate that we are downloading here. They are the Class B, the Weonomy certificates, the Class B, and also the Class C, if you have the Class C. So there's really no need for one to say, now I register again on the Weonomy platform. Yeah, well, there are people who were doing the networking, who were doing the recruiting, because on the AEEX, we do not have the referral program. The referral program was meant for the Weonomy, so we cannot incorporate the referral program in this platform, because now people are registering on the other platform, and then linking the two would actually be a challenge. So that is why we're saying when you have registered in the AEX, everything is here. You don't need to register on the other side. Not only maybe those people who are saying, now I am recruiting people, and then I want to see how maybe you are performing. Because at first, what we did was we migrated at a time when we split the two platforms. We made sure that we move everybody who was on the AEX platform at that time. We moved them to Weonomy, meaning that people who are registered on the AEX platform, almost 90% of them, I can say, they can still be able to log into Weonomy. But what we did on the Weonomy platform is we changed their user type. We changed their accounts from Class B to Class C. The reason was we just wanted them maybe to manage those the downliners and the stuff, those people who wanted to to manage their referrals. So that is why we are saying we wanted to avoid the confusion now of having the Class B on the AEX and also having the Class B on the Weonomy. Now, I've tried to explain this. So we get a lot of questions. People say, now I bought the Weonomy Class B and also I have shares in the AEX. We should just understand that they need to be in one place. If they are in the AEX platform, they should be in the AEX platform. And if they are on the Weonomy platform, they should be on the Weonomy platform. And if you are on the AEX, you have the same number of shares in the Weonomy. And another thing is the registration on the AEX is closed. We are no longer allowing people to register on the AEX. Everybody who is coming in, the Class B shareholders are registering on the Weonomy platform. Now, having now said this, I think there is another part which I promised to also talk about, which is the virtual agents. Now that I was talking about the referrals and all that, it brings me to the another crucial point: the virtual agents. These are the people who. At first, we had the networkers. Yeah, we had the networkers where people were, building teams to say, I recruited so many people. There were targets which were set earlier. I remember the first one was that people should reach around 30 people. And then when you have reached around 30 people, then you get a certain, compensation for your effort. And there were people who really benefited from that. And there are those who recruited around 30 people, but I do know that there are those who did not get their promised, compensation. And I think that will still be taken into consideration going into the big day. Now, the targets were revised as time goes on and set around 100, if I remember well. And then later now they were increased to around 10,000. That was when now the idea of the virtual agents came into place. Now somebody would say, what really is the virtual agent? What do we really mean by the virtual agent? I remember the CEO in his presentation on Wednesday, there were a lot of questions around the virtual agent, and he really tried to explain clearly what do we mean by the virtual agent and what is it expected of them. And so now when we look into the structure of the company, how it is structured, the goals of the company of reaching as many people as possible, making sure that at least by the time we launch Weonomy Chat, we launch the Weonomy Web, we have those numbers that we are aiming. Reaching those numbers, they really require somebody or some, if I can say somebody, but what the company did as a step towards attracting as many people as possible was the introduction of the Class D shares, whereby we were saying, if somebody just thought that we are just after money, we are saying, no, let's give back to the people to say, allow people to come into the company, even those who are still who suspect, who do not trust the idea. They can just come into the company and register and get the free shares. And then later, now maybe when they are convinced that really this is working and it's not just the scam that is similar to what many people have put their money in, and then later things now falls apart. So the company introduced the Class D shares, whereby we said people can register for free without paying anything, and that is still open until the launch of the Weonomy Weonomy Chat. Now So that is when, okay, now I wanted to now get into the virtual agent to say, what is it? What is the virtual agent? Um, the virtual agent, like in my terms, maybe the CEO would explain it the other way, but in my terms is when we say this is somebody is a virtual agent, you're actually an agent of the company. And when you are an agent of the company, you represent the company. When you represent the company, it means whatever you do, people say you actually representing Weonomy where you go. And what we are saying is we have different categories, if I can say categories, of where we can categorize our people. There's somebody that we have different industries also. We can have the music industry. We can have, we have different aspects that people can focus on. Somebody can say, how can we can come up with a project to say, how can I help in the music industry? How can I help the artist in our country? Either it's South Africa, it's Botswana, it's Lesotho. You come up with an idea to say, how can I help this selected group? If is the artist or maybe somebody is looking into the rural areas to say, we have the head boys, these people who look after our the animals in the urban areas, in the rural areas. How can I help to address some of the problems that they have? And this idea that you have, we are not just saying, yeah, well, you'll actually be helping people, but you are saying you want those people to also become part of Weonomy, but they become part of Weonomy by actually believing in the idea that you are putting through. So you put your idea, your project, you plan your project, in a way that when you present it to this category that you have selected, people will actually understand that, okay, we can really become part of you. You actually be bringing people into, and that act, that effort that you have done by bringing people into the company with the product that you have. I'm just making an example with the music industry where somebody can say, I want to help the artist now that they have been hit by COVID and they are not able to hold their concerts and all that. Then how can I make sure that this the company, but also you come up with an idea as to how are they going to benefit by becoming the shareholders, by becoming coming into in Weonomy. So we do have people with very brilliant presentations, very brilliant ideas that they have put through, and others, I remember, they are still willing to share with us. I'll organize one of them to actually present to us in this meeting the idea, so that people can really understand that the virtual agents, I think in my terms, they are different from the networkers. Just to say, networking, you just bring in your downliners, build a big team. But with the virtual agent, you have to have an idea. You have to have a project. But this similar to what we are doing in the Weonomy, where we are building the project. The virtual agent should be somebody with the project in mind. And then that project, you put it in a way that it will be able to help me target a specific category in our society, in our communities. It can be, you can look into the office, you can look into the strategies, you can look into the church members, maybe if into I'm very sorry. My network is not sure where the problem is. I'm really sorry. I'll try. I'll try to keep up, but it's keep on cutting me. I'm not sure where the problem is. My apologies on that. Okay, so I was just trying to explain to say on the virtual agents, what the reason saying to me, if I can explain that, I can say the virtual agents are not necessarily the trust or the upline. Normally, that is what we call them, because for them, you should have you should have a product, something that you say you put this, and then the way the company is going to help you now in the idea that you have. We are now going to bring in the branded websites. Now, these branded websites, they're actually going to help you now to we are going to brand the websites with the project that you have. We are going to populate this website that we built for you, virtual Asian website. We are going to populate that with the information that you have. This is when you apply. I know many people have paid for the virtual agent, but you really need to have that to say, I have this, even if it's a business idea, it's a project, it's a proposal that you have written. You should have that, and then that content, that information that you have, it is the one that we are going to put on your branded website. And also, I think people are, maybe will be interested to say how far are the branded websites, and that yes, there's been a delay on that. I do admit, but we have now we are holding the interviews next week Monday for the developer position that we advertised, and the reason we had to bring in some developers was because the current developers that we have, they were overwhelmed with a lot of work. So we realized that we need somebody who can come in and then be able to who can be able to push the other part. Actually, we will now start to work on the virtual agents to make sure that you get those who have their content ready. They will be able to have their websites up and running. We do have some. Yeah, well, I have Nadedi Polo. He's the one who was working on it, and maybe in our next meeting, he will provide a demonstration of how the virtual agents are going to the website, how the websites are going to work. Now, I think maybe I'll be guided by the questions that will come through, but that's uh, uh, I'm not sure what is happening here because uh, um, my internet is not okay. I'm wondering if we will be able to complete the meeting, but my apologies, can it is something that I don't know. I'll try another device because I'm wondering. I normally use this modem all the time. Not unless there's a problem with the service provider, but on my side, I don't think there's any problem. My apologies for the interruption that is occurring. Let me just quickly summarize my presentation and allow you to ask questions so that when the internet is cutting and all that, at least we are able to take the questions. There is something here that one of the IT team reminds me about the AEEX shareholders. I did say those who are registering on both platforms, and then they will take their proof of payments from the AEEX website and then bring that into Weonomy to say they should be assigned the same number of shares. And then when you look into the proof of payment, you find that, oh, this is old, something that was paid around May or June. And then when you go into AEX, you find the same proof of payment. And then that is something also that is causing confusion among our members. So please make sure that if you are AEX holder, everything will be handled in the AEX platform. When it comes to Weonomy, at the time when we say we merge the two, we'll let you know. My internet is messing me up, and I think I should now allow you to ask questions because now my internet is really messing me up. But before I allow questions, there were issues which were raised in our last meeting. The other one was the password reset, which we attempted here and did not work. But I think that problem was resolved, and now people can be able to reset their passwords. It's working. We have tested that, and people have done it successfully. The other thing that was promised was for the class B shareholders, whereby we said on their letters, on their congratulatory letters, they were not. We did not include the class C shares, and that was also the challenge that I remember that people had. And then it was also fixed. When you look into the class B dashboard, you realize that on the my internet is really bad today. I'm wondering what is happening. But I'll try to make sure that we complete the meeting. So when you look into the dashboard now, the class B dashboard, you realize that on the we owns to receive monthly, we have the class B we own that one do qualify for based on the number of shares that you purchased. And then we also have the ones for class C. For the people who have the class C shares, then you'll find that depending on the number of class C shares that you have, then you also have number here for the class C tokens. So that update was implemented, and then even on the letter here, when you open the letter, you will find that still shows it will show you the class C, the class B, and the class C, the class C weons. So another issue that that I think, yeah, well, these are the two that were raised, which were attended. The other one is about the weons. The weons received, whereby, okay, there was this part of the weons received, whereby but if I remember well, we explained that there were people who used the same, let's say 4 people use the same address. You'll find that when we combine their wheels, maybe there are 4 at class C, it will be 800. So when you have updated that, when you have assigned that 800 to one address, and then this address is duplicated 3 or 4 times, then you'll find that all those occurrences of the same address, they will now have the same number of tokens. So that error there, that issue there, we are still working on it to make sure that we break those weons that were combined, to make sure that people do receive the weons that that are equivalent to their their shares, the ones that they were supposed to get. Now, another thing before we allow questions, I remember on the issue of the wheels, I'm now literally stepped because this internet, I'm not sure what is happening. I'm trying to figure it out. But okay, let me allow you to ask questions, and maybe I'll be guided by your questions. Let's remember that we introduced this platform to say people should have the platform where they can ask the questions directly to the IT, so that in our meetings, in our Sunday meetings, we don't have the people who are now asking questions which are not related to the presentation. So make sure that if you have any question, you ask your questions on this platform, so that tomorrow we only ask questions related to what the CEO has presented. So I have now opened the lines for people to ask questions. And also I should mention that we had the visitors today, the Mzansi Joburg City FM. They visited us here in Lesotho, and we really had a wonderful time with them. And they are also, if I remember well, they are also broadcasting this meeting. So we are really very thankful, Bondade, for what you done today. And I'll take the first question we have. Okay, let me just allow it, but yes, thank you very much. I'll be guided by a question from here. And remember, at 10 o'clock we stop.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Madam Sisi.
Thank you for clarity and more explanation about whatever you have explained to us. The question that I want to ask is that coming to the WeOwns that we got, I've got a downline that I don't understand, but I think it was a mistake that was done when he was doing registration and it was fixed. He is in class C and he received the WeOwns that are for class B, but they are not on class B. They're in between class B and C, because the number of the WeOwns that he received are the number that I don't know are on which class. Now we've written the information to support on the day we noticed that, I think it was last week. Yeah? And then the board is still the same and she's panicking. He's saying, I'm not going to be paid because I'm not class B, I'm not class C. I don't know how can I send the information.
How many tokens are assigned to the shareholder?
It's 1,240.
1,240.
Yes.
How many shares does the shareholder have on the platform? Is it the class B? Anna, you said it's a class C shareholder.
He is a class C shareholder. The certificate is correct. The POP is there, is correct, and I don't know how the error was.
Okay. What I wanted to understand is how many shares does the shareholder have? Because I think that will be the determining factor of the number of WeOwns allocated, and if there is an error, then we will be able to attend that.
Okay.
Can you find out the number of?
Yes, I do have the information. On class B,
how many shares does the shareholder have?
Class B is got 100. Class and the giveaway is 300,000. Class C is
I want the acquired. I want the acquired shares, not the acquired shares. How many acquired shares either for class B or class C? Okay, maybe you can check.
The information is not clear here.
Yeah, maybe you can check that. There's when you log into the dashboard, there's an acquired shares. If the shareholder is a class B, there will be Class B shares acquired, and there's Class C shares acquired. If you
I'm
can,
on that. Yes, I see that it's 100,000 on Class B and 10,000 in Class C. They gave him the information, the shares of both classes.
but you said the shareholder is a Class C. Did I miss
Yes,
that?
the certificate is there. Class C and the number and the POP is being uploaded. I don't know how the problem came up like this, the error.
Okay. No, let me do it this way, Madam. Can I have just the email or the email of the shareholder? I'll look into that. I remember I saw a mail like I didn't. There's a team that is working on a survey email so that we can take another question.
Okay, can I send it to you, or can I just mention it now?
You can mention it now, so that I can pass it to somebody who can look into
it's
the
Ralake to me. R for raw, A for apple, L for lion, A for apple, K for KK, I don't know for what, E for E, T for Tom, U for union, M for mother, I for ink at gmail.com. ralaketome@gmail.com.
ralaketome@gmail.com. Okay, yes. I'll look into that. The shares you said that the Weonomy allocated is 1,040.
Yes, it's been 1,240.
1,240. Okay. I'll look into it. I'll the problem list.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you so much. Can I please take another question?
Hello,
Mr.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm okay, sir. How are you today?
I'm good, Dad. How are you?
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation, sir. I just wanted to find out, I remember on the last, maybe it was for the Sunday discussion on Weonomy Pay, and apparently, obviously, you didn't touch on it, but I just want to find out if there's any update regarding the login procedures. Thank you.
Thank you.
The login procedures. Can you, Robert?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is your question? Are you saying any update on the Weonomy Pay?
On Weonomy Pay, just any update if there is any which is relevant for this discussion, sir.
Okay. I think when you talk about the login, there was something which happened. We actually put the website for Weonomy Pay, the front end. I'll call it the front end. The front end is just a public facing website, the informational website that we put. And there was a login there, a login button there. And we realized that some people, they did click on that login button, and when they get into the login section, there was a sign up there, which many people did complete, and we found really, asking first as to whether that is the registration that they should do. So others, after registering, they tried to reach out to us to say, now I registered, but I cannot log in. It was only when we realized that we really need to remove that in there, because the registration for the Weonomy Pay is not open yet. And we issued a statement on that to say people it will be announced formally, officially, when registration is open. But the update that I can give from the IT side is the Weonomy Pay website, the Weonomy Pay portal is actually live. It's just that there are some minor touch-ups, minor things that are being done on the, the problem that we had with last week. There was a holiday in Ukraine. The payroll guys are from Ukraine, so they had a holiday from Thursday or Wednesday, and then now the things that they were supposed to complete, now they had to be shifted to next Monday. So I think by Monday they'll be done with almost all the remaining requirements. But the portal is live. It's just that we cannot disclose the URL now, because immediately when we do, people will start registering and then start to flood it. So there is a significant progress. The portal is actually live and is being tested. And when we have tested and everything is okay, we will let everybody know. And then also you'll be informed properly as to how the registration will go about, whether we will migrate, we'll export data from the portal and then move that into the Weonomy Pay, or people will have to register manually. So that will be decided upon the completion of the tests and that are still undergoing now.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Good evening, Tate.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening, Tate Tebele.
Good evening, Mayor Tato.
Tate, I've got a problem of I actually wrote to support one of my downlines. Class D, I'm registered as Class D, and he's been struggling to log in, but ultimately managed to change his password, reset the password. And when he logs into his dashboard, it appears Class B and Class C, so many shares that we don't even know, because it looks like that dashboard is not his, because he's a Class D shareholder. So how does Class B and Class C appear on his back office? I couldn't understand, and I didn't know how to help him. But then now what happened is, when I wrote to support, they only reset the password. And when I tried to log in with the new password that IT gave me, it didn't go through as well.
Okay, can I have the email of the shareholder?
Luvo, Luvo, Madolo 4 at gmail.com. Yes, Luvo Madolo.
Madolo as in MADO.
Yes, yes, MO Madolo, MADOLO, yes, 4 at gmail.com.
So you're saying the number of shares assigned to the shareholder are strange.
Strange. It looks like somebody, it's not his account at all, because he's definitely a Class D.
Just wondering what might be the problem, but let me quickly check that. Okay, but to save time, let me pass it to somebody in the IT to look into it while I take another question. Yes, you can ask another question
Okay.
while we look into the first one.
Okay. On the Class D as well, the share price is still remaining at $34, and it's a bit confusing as to why is it not updated to the current one, to the current dollar?
On which platform?
On Class D, Weonomy. on class D, the back office of all my people that when I check on them, the share price is still written $34. So it's not updated to $92.
Okay, I know that one I remember. We will be able to. I'll note it. We'll update that. It's just that I remember we really meant to update it, but just that maybe I skipped it. But I'm aware of what you are saying. It will be corrected, just like the other dashboards. It will show the correct value of the Weons, similar to what the other dashboards are now reflecting.
Okay. Lastly and finally, this is very important. It might even help you. And what I need to know also is like when we go on Weonomy Pay, will it be possible for us to upgrade immediately from Weonomy Pay into grading to other classes without going into other wallets and so much confusion, because some of us, we don't understand crypto wallets. So will it be easy for us, just at the click of the button, we access the upgrades?
Sorry, I didn't get that. The upgrade from which class to?
Any class. Actually, now that we be on Weonomy Pay. So
Yes.
when we go on Weonomy Pay and then after the waiting day, so people would like to upgrade to higher classes. So what I'm asking is like, will it be possible for anybody from class B, C, or B to access that system whereby from the Weonomy Pay we just upgrade to a higher class?
Okay. What we are doing, I think it's even though it is not done on the Weonomy Pay per se, but what we are working on to how people start getting paid. So what we are doing is on the very same platform that we have, the member portal, instead of at first when you upgrade, you had to upload your proof of payment and then click on the request for upgrade button, make show where you are upgrading from, and then after that the IT team will do the upgrade on your behalf. So what we wanted to do was, which we are working on, which will be live after it has been fully tested, is we want to integrate our platform there. We want to integrate the platform, the Coinbase platform that we are using for the payments. We want to integrate that with we have to integrate that with our member portal. And then when you upgrade, you'll just be required to put in the order number that is assigned when you make a payment. And if the order number is verified and the amount you have paid is as required, then when you say upgrade, you'll be automatically upgraded to the class that you have subscribed for. If you are from class C and then you want to upgrade to class B, that will be automated upon the verification of the order number that you have just provided. So you'll not have to wait for the IT to do that on your behalf.
Who's wrong there? Still in it. I can't wait to Ninteke Sokolaka. Kireka data BTB.
Let me. Hello, I'm trying to close.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, that was before. Is it Mebu Sisiwe?
Yeah.
Before you ask a question, Hannah, there's me who asked about is it Luvo? Yes, please check that account again. It was
Okay.
like there were duplicate accounts. The shareholder registered 2 accounts, the one for class C and the other one for class D. And then now the active one, the one that he was able to log into was the class C one. So the class C one now it has been removed, and then you can now log into the class D, and then you'll be able to see the correct number of shares and the correct dashboard.
Should he log in with the password that was given today? Because IT password.
Okay, you can even try to reset the password in case that one doesn't work. The one that you got. In the case that doesn't work, you can reset the password. It will work. Now that we have removed the duplicate, then that should work. The team is live on the charts. They can be able to help you with that.
Okay, thank you, Tate.
Okay, maybe this is where you can ask a question.
Oh, thank you, Tatel Tebele, and thank you so much for the work that you are doing. We really appreciate. I just want you to elaborate on the debt-free. How is it going to work out? Are we going to be informed? I still miss that one.
On the debt-free program. Yeah,
Yes,
well,
sir.
I think that one, the CEO did really try to explain it, but then, yeah, well, it's a new concept which I think people might not grasp it as quickly as we may think. But what is happening is there was what the company is intending to do with the debt-free program is to have. We know that the crypto world, the crypto market, many of the governments, they don't really like the crypto market because of the first entrance of the market. They really tried to challenge some of the currencies of these other countries, and now people, the governments, they really hate the crypto assets. So with Weons, what we wanted to do was we want to bring back the trust that the governments, the authorities have lost in the crypto market. To say the crypto market can still be useful, not to replace the currencies that are there in different countries, but to work together and make sure that we empower actually those currencies. So that was the time when the CEO thought about a program similar, the debt-free program, to say how can we help people. We have people who are really struggling with debt. You can look into even the countries, not just the people of the countries, but even countries. You'll find many of them, they have so much debts, national debt. You can look into South Africa, you can look into Lesotho, you can look into other countries. They have those national debts. So the purpose of the debt-free program is to say, let's make something that we can, in Lesotho, we normally say, but we are saying, let's bring in something to say, to show that we are really supporting people, giving back to the community, and making sure that we help our people who are struggling with that and clearing that on their behalf. We are not giving people money, but we are saying there are people who are co-owners who are struggling with that. The company is offering to pay the debt on your behalf. You simply have to provide the evidence, all the records that you have that debt you are struggling with, and the company can clear that. We don't give you money, we pay if it's a bank,
the creditor.
A creditor, we pay that on your behalf. So that is to say, we are just trying to make peace with them, show to the governments that we are not just going to take money from people. as people may think, but we can't really go to an extent where we can help our people, even those who will be coming in as the new co-owners, that they will still qualify for the program. But yeah, well, I'm not sure if maybe I have answered it correctly or maybe make it clear to you, but that is basically what the debt-free program is about. Giving back to our communities and making peace with the banks, with the creditors, with the governments, to say crypto is here and it's here to stay. So we better make peace with it. And this is how we are giving back as the company.
No, thank you so much.
Good evening.
Take a rider on that and that.
I wasn't finished.
Okay, can we please allow Musisiwe and
Can I
can we allow Musisiwe to finish and then now I'll let you ask a question, sir.
Thank you.
So, Ntateli, you've explained it very well. I just want to find out, we are going to be notified how it's going to work out when it's time for it to work.
Yes, there will be a website where people will demonstrate, will let you know when it gets started and how it actually going to work. What is it that will be required? How you submit those required documents, and when you how will you know when your request has been approved and then the debt has been cleared? So it is structured in a way that, but preferably it will be via the website that will be issued, where you make an application, provide all the information, and when we have verified the information that you have provided and that you qualify for that, then you get assisted and then your debt will be cleared.
Oh, thank you so much, Ntate. We really appreciate it.
Good evening.
Can we come in then, Ntateli?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much,
You'll come right after that.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Ntateli.
Ntateli.
I have 2 or 3 questions.
Yes,
one was just to take a rider on that one to say, the debt-free program, you were talking about really appeasing the authorities in terms of, let's say, debt settlements. But I thought I had understood the CEO in his presentation that even property acquisition will be covered under this thing. So I thought you would have said that. That's the first question. The second question is there a difference between somebody who joined with Class C and then was given, the Class C acquired shares and then the free shares, and then ultimately upgrading to Class B? And when on Class B, are there no free shares when you join when you are already on the Class C? Because I can see there are some people that have got the 240 for Class C, fine. But when they upgrade to Class C, it looks like they're only getting 1,000 shares. Can you just clarify this position, because I don't understand it very precisely? Thank you, sir.
Okay. On the first question, where you talked about the debt-free program, about the property acquisition, yes, there is another aspect of property acquisition. I don't know maybe if that was a question or an addition. But on the question about the Class C, you said somebody bought the Class C subscription
from the beginning. Yes.
From the beginning, and then they were given the free shares.
Yeah, that's right. And then
now they upgrade. Then now they upgrade to Class B.
Correct.
And then when they get to Class B, then they no longer have the free shares that they had for the Class C. They are only now having the ones for Class B.
Okay. So there's, in other words, you are telling me that they do not, double. You just get a straight 100,000 shares. Is that correct?
No, that one will depend on how much you have put. Okay, let me say there are different scenarios here. The first one would be somebody bought the Class C subscription for 1,000, and then they top up with 9,000 to make it 10,000. That way, when we upgrade them to Class B, they don't have the Class C part. They are now solely the Class B with no Class C. But what is common is people who buy the Class C and then pay another 10,000 for Class B. Then that way they become Class B and C. So in their dashboards, there will be the section for Class B acquired and the Class C acquired shares.
And what is the ratio, the quantum of the Class B newly acquired Class C shares?
Can you come again on that?
What will be the quantum of shares for the newly acquired Class B, status?
Yeah, for the Class B, okay. This is maybe I'm just trying to understand your question, but the ratio that is used to allocate the free shares, if that is the question that you're asking, is let's say somebody paid let's take it on the Class C. You pay 1,000. When you pay 1,000, you are given 50. You are given 10,000 shares, the acquired ones, and then you are given 50,000 shares, the free shares. And
that
then you pay another 1,000. When you pay another 1,000,
no, sorry. When you pay 10,000 to go to Class B, when you are still having one Class C package, what is the value of shares for the new Class B acquired package?
If you buy the Class B for 10, now we are talking in dollars, for $715, you get 100,000 shares.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then I was thinking your question is how do we it was on the ratio that we use to allocate the free shares.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought maybe
but you have answered me in the Delta Bill, because I had a confusion in thinking that like you get double the shares at Class C when you start with it. Even when you go to Class B, you will still get the double shares. But now you are saying, no, you get a straight 100,000 shares. If that is the norm, I understand.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Nate. We have Medi Makato.
Let me show
good evening,
Good evening, Medi Makato.
Thank you for this opportunity, and really like to applaud you for creating this platform so that we can be helped easier. I've got two queries, my account and my son's account. I bought class B for 10,000 rand, right? And the acquired here is 100,000, and I bought again class B times 5, but I only see here is 2,000. We owns that I have is 2,240. And then on the top message, you said the subscription is underpaid for Class B. So I don't understand. What does it mean? Oh.
Okay. How many?
Hello?
Okay. Man, Magazo. Okay. Let me understand this part. How many Class B shares have you purchased in total?
It was supposed to be 100,000, and the other one is Class B times 5. I don't know how many are you allocating?
Okay.
About 500,000.
Class B times 5, that is 500,000.
Times 5. Yes. And then Class B is a single.
Okay. So meaning that is Class B times
I was
6.
giving
Is Class B times 6.
But
I was giving only 2,240.
Can I kindly? Can I kindly request that if you have unmuted your mic, please do not. If maybe you have something, let's try.
And then Hannah, the puto
I
thing.
don't know.
It's true because Akiboza puto. You can
Okay, my apologies for that. Can I have your email, Mary Makazo?
It's Florence.
It's can you say it again?
You want me to spell it? It's Florence.
Florine.
Florence, as it FLORANCE.
Okay, Florence.
MOKG, yes. Florence, MOKG.
MOKG.
OSI, Mokosi, 75.
Or Florence Mokosi at
75.
or 75. Okay.
At Gmail, yes.
At gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay. Let me have the team to look into that and allocate you the correct
The
shares.
relevant. Yes, and then the other one is it's similar. It's mine. It's similar to my son's. I've acquired. Okay, I bought the same package. No, I bought the 20,000 and the 500. Meaning I've bought class B times 7, right? Hello.
You have bought class B times 7.
Yes, sir.
Like I was saying,
there's disturbance here. I'll have to mute these other people. Okay, we talked about your account where you said you have bought class B times 6. So are you saying
no, that one is my son's? I thought you said you are giving it to the team.
Okay.
On. I've got 2 queries. This one is mine.
Okay,
maybe
for
I
yours,
should give.
and then what is the problem?
The problem is about class B times 7, right? And the acquired one is 700. It's okay, but then when I check my Weowns, it says 8240. It was supposed to be, according to the chart, I think it was supposed to be 63 and 2 something. Okay, let me check again.
Okay, let me maybe explain how the ratio was made, so that maybe you can understand how we get to the 820. That is 8240. Okay.
Yeah,
the way the Weowns are allocated is this way. Let's take it for class B.
Okay.
You pay the 10,000, you get 2,240. You pay additional 10,000 to make it 20,000. Instead of doubling the number, we just give you additional 1,000 on top of the 2,220. You get 3,220. If you pay another 10,000 to make it 30, then it means you will now be having 4,240. So when you take that ratio, then you'll find that your Weowns are allocated correctly. If you are getting 8,240 when your acquired shares is 700,000, that would mean they have been allocated correctly. I'm not sure, maybe the chart that you are looking into.
Okay, according to the chart that I have in front of me, it says 2,000, 3,240, and 50,000, which is 6,250.
The chart, where did you get the chart? Is it?
It was posted on the group. Okay, the 50,000. How many Weowns must I be acquired?
I think I've just explained the ratio that is used to allocate the Weowns, to say for the people who in the class B who paid the 10,000, they get 2,240. And
Okay,
for
but
every
mine say okay.
yes, and I'm
Mine
saying
in my case, I paid 20,000 and I paid 50,000 rent.
yes. So if that is the case, we are saying for the first 10,000 that you have paid, you get 2,240. Now, for every additional 10,000 that you have paid, if say for your case you have additional 6, if we don't count the first one, you have additional 6 packages that you have bought. Then for every additional 10,000 that you buy, then you get 1,000 tokens. So you'll get 6 times 1,000, which is 6,000, and that 6,000 we add it to the first 2,240 to make it 800, to make it 8,240.
Okay.
Yeah, that is how the system is determining actually the ratio that is implemented in the system. Even for the class C, for somebody who paid 1,000, they get 224, and for every additional thousands that they paid on top, then they get 100 weons on that. So if somebody paid 5,000, it means they will have 624.
So what you're saying, say mine it's correct, like 50,000
yes,
and 20,000. I'm supposed to get 8,000. I'm not supposed to get 9,000 because I paid 20,000 and 50,000.
Yes, that is it is correct, Mary Magazo. The weons that are allocated according to the formula or the ratio that the system is using. That is the correct number of
Okay.
yes.
The more you add, the more you lose a certain
no, the benefit here. No, the benefit here is if we double. Let's say for somebody who have 100,000 shares, and then you pay another 10,000, and then we double your weons. Remember that the weons that you get at first, if you remember, we were talking about the share auctioning, where those weons, they're actually going to be deducted from your shares. So if we double that, it means you'll still be paid for the time equivalent to somebody who paid 10,000. But for the money for the additional money that you are putting in, when we are saying instead of doubling, we are giving you 1,000, we are prolonging, we are making it, you'll get your weons for a longer period of time than somebody who put in 10,000. So you are not losing, but you are increasing your yearning period. Let's make it simple for the class C. When somebody say, let me just open my calculator here and make it clear. If somebody is getting 24, let's multiply that by 12. In a year, they are getting around 2,688, and then they have 10,000 shares. Let's take 10,000 shares and divide by 2,688. Whoa. 10,000 shares, we divide that by 2,688. You'll find that they have around 3 years, 3.7 years, while they will be getting the money. After that, they will be sold out. But somebody who put in additional 1,000, they will go beyond the 3 years. That is the benefit of putting in more money.
Because it means I was adding it wrong. No, I thought because it's 20,000 and 50,000, I was supposed to get 3,240 and then 6,240 as well. Okay.
I think it will be Okay, thank you, man. Let me please take another question. We'll give you an opportunity again.
Good evening, Adel Tebele.
Good evening, Adel Tebele.
Can I please take
Good evening, Adel Tebele.
and then we take Mayor Majuel. Is it Mayor Majuel?
Good evening.
No, it's me, Pizzo, please.
Pizzo.
Thank you. Good evening, Adel Tebele. How are you?
Good evening, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very happy today. Okay, let me ask my questions. There are about 4, but I'll be general so that the answers can be quick. The first question is, are you saying the forget password at the top of the dashboard is working now? Because it was not working in the day.
It was not working when?
During the day, sometime during the day. The forget password.
Password. It is working that day, that episode. Let me maybe test while you are still, because I have a platform where I'm monitoring as people are requesting the password resets, and it was indeed working. Let me get into my email and quickly complete the reset, but it is working. That.
Okay, let me continue to the next question. My next question is, what should you do if a person who registered twice? What happened here is I have a team of people who are registering. Now she sent the first WhatsApp with a different name, and then he sent the second WhatsApp with another name. Now, unfortunately, they simultaneously registered but using the same ID. Now, both of them can't log in because now they are registered twice. How should we go about that one?
They okay. Before I go into that episode, I've just tested the password reset is working. I have tested now until the last stage is working and redirecting me to the dashboard. That can be tested now. Okay, and now coming to the next question, you're saying there are people who with
the person, what happened is, because I have a couple of people who are registering. So she sent the WhatsApp with a different name, like Zula, and then she sent another WhatsApp with another name, Irene. So when these people picked those two names, they thought they're two different people, whereas the ID is the same. And unfortunately, they registered simultaneously twice. So it took both of them and then register. But now we can't log into both of them because it's one ID.
For that one, we will need to have either the email or the ID number of that person, so that we can remove the other duplicate and then correct the other account. We can be able to reset the password, and then they will be able to log in.
I've already written to support, so I know I'll get help. It's fine. The other question is, up till when can people upgrade to class B if they're in class C? But they already have the congratulation letters. Will the congratulation letters change if they upgrade now, or the congratulation letters will stay the same? And if they will change, when you
upgrade from one class to another, from class C to class B, when you get to the class B, you will get the letter for the class B.
But what I'm saying is, we are going towards the wedding day. Now, what I'm saying is, okay, can I do it a day before or 5 days before the wedding day, and then I'll still get a new letter?
Yes, the letter is automated. It's by just upgrading to class B. If you are at class, let me do this. Okay, if you are at class C and you are upgrading to class B, even if you can do it a night before the wedding day, you will get the class B congratulatory letter, because that is system generated. It's something that the system will generate automatically. Even for somebody who is in class D who is upgrading to class C, immediately after the upgrade, they will get the letter, because that is system generated. It is not somehow registered. Well, immediately when your account is approved, that the upgrade is done correctly, then you'll be able to get the letter. That one can be done at any time until yeah, well, even after the wedding day, somebody who will upgrade, they will still get the letter, because, like I said, they are system generated.
Okay, the last question, it's a little bit difficult, maybe complex. A person who actually is me. Earlier, I had registered on the AEEX, and I have a congratulating letter with a different certificate number. I have a different certificate number for AEEX. And then maybe I didn't understand at the time. I bought Class B, I'll say on the Weonomy site. And I have a different certificate number for that Class B. So, and then I have another Class C, which has the same certificate number as the one of the Weonomy Class B. But the Class AEX, if I may call it that, it has a different certificate number. So I received 2 letters for the AEX and the letter for the Weonomy site. Now what I'm saying is, should I add the 2, or what should happen there? If let's say it said I got 2,240 on AEX, and then I have 2,240 or 3,240 on Weonomy site Class B, should I add that 300 and 200, or what should I do? The certificates are different.
Okay. On that one, and that episode, what is supposed to happen is, now that we are having plans to move the AEEX shareholders, not to move, but to copy their information from the platform, to move it into the Weonomy system, so that all the matters relating to Weonomy, we are able to manage them under one platform. So for your case, what will happen is, if the proof of payment that we have on the AEX platform is different from the one that you have on the Weonomy, they will be combined. Let's say you have, just for an example, you have 100,000 shares in AEX, and then you have 200,000 shares in Weonomy. Then you'll have in total 300,000 shares, and then the letter will now show the Weons for somebody with 300,000 shares. So it's something that you cannot do by yourself. Now that it is done already, but we are also on the plans to combine the 2 platforms to make sure that all the matters relating to Weonomy, we manage that under one umbrella. When that is complete, we'll let you. We will make an announcement and make sure that people who have done the same, I'll call it a mistake, because yeah, the people who have done that, they will be able to correct that and make sure that they have a combined number of shares.
Okay,
so the
thank you
same
very much.
number, the same number of shares will also be updated on the AEX. If you are having 300,000 shares here in the Weonomy, you should have the same number in the AEX platform. If you are already on that platform, you will have the same number of shares on the other platform. But now we want to make sure that we put them together and then try to manage them all under one system. So that is also one of the plans that we are having, and immediately when it has been tested and confirmed, to communicate it and make sure that we assist everybody to make sure that we combine, we rectify all the errors and make sure that everything is in order and is properly done.
Can it be done before the wedding day?
Yeah, well, I cannot say it will be done before the wedding day, but for your case, please, you'll contact me privately, I will be able to rectify this so that you get one single letter that is showing the correct number of WEOs you are to receive. And maybe people who have done the same, they should reach out to support to make sure that that error is corrected. I cannot confirm because now the waiting day is any time around the corner here. So I might say it will be done before, only to find that I'm caught, before maybe I can be able to complete that task. But we are having actually I'm planning to do it before the waiting day, but now that the waiting day can happen anytime from now, I cannot guarantee to say it will be done before that, but we'll make sure that people do get the correct WEOs that are due to them.
Okay, thank you, Daddy. It was very good today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have Mem as well.
I'm here.
My question is just
can
a
I
brief
please
one.
take Mem as well? I promise
I'm
to get
here,
back to
Ndate.
her.
I'm here.
Yes,
Ndate.
ma'am.
Good evening. I have two
Good evening,
questions.
ma'am.
My son has got paid on the status, but I'm not able to find where the 200 WEOs are. They are not there in Self-Key or Venly or Pevito. How can you help?
The address that you have on his account, you can take that and search on the Etherscan to see if there are WEOs allocated to that address, and then if they are there, then we can be able to trace as to where they did go. The address that you put on your son's dashboard, is it from Venly? Is it from Self-Key? Where is it from?
I was just trying to find out if the 200 WEOs are on Self-Key, but they are not there. On Venly, they are not there. On Pevito, they are not there. So I don't know where to get
address that you used.
Yeah, it will be. We'll have to search whether that address is it. Are you sharing the same address with your son?
No, I'm not.
You are not. Okay.
Yes.
I think if you can provide that address to the IT team, they can check whether there are WEOs allocated to that address. And if it is just an error that maybe he was marked as paid, then they will correct the status to show that he is unpaid.
Okay, thank you. The second question is, I opened an account for the business about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Then it keeps on saying your account is not yet activated. Please wait for verification process within 48 hours.
On which platform did you register that?
Under trust on Weonomy.
Okay, can I please let me do this under the trust.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, there's so many. Okay. What will happen is, let me see if there are proof of payments. Okay. It's just that I can see there are many, but let me say I will assign somebody to one of the IT members, maybe two of them. Now that I see we have this many registrations of the trust and the companies, we will I'll make sure that they work on the activation of these registrations that are here. I will make sure that I will assign the team that will assist you.
Thank you.
Can I have the name of the organization?
Is the signet ring?
It's what?
The signet ring.
The secret ring.
Signet. SIGNET. Signet.
Or signet.
Yes.
Signet ring.
A ring, yes. It's a ring that you wear on your finger. Yes.
Let me do this. Signet ring. Okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
Let me pass it to somebody who will activate it now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the companies, we need to verify that it's similar to the Class B, the trust and the Class B. We have to verify that they are, because some people now just come in and register some dummy data. So for those ones, we really control their registration. So I'm assigning your case to the IT to look into it and activate the account.
Okay, thank you. That.
Mr. Altebele? Mr. Altebele? Mr. Altebele?
Yes, Nada, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, and you? Yeah, on the same issue at the company, I'm having the same thing, Linda.
Which company are we talking about here?
It's Team Focus 101.
The company is?
Team Focus 101. 101. I did that, I think, 4 yeah, I think 3 weeks ago.
Team Focus.
Yes, 101, yes.
You are also having the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
The same thing. Let me also copy it to the. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me say for the companies now that we are aware of those that are not activated yet. I will have the team to work on that, to work on them.
Okay, thank
to make
you,
sure
sir.
that they activate those that those who have submitted the relevant documents. If there's anything that they need, they will call you. They will reach out to you and then request the proof of payment, and then upon verification, then they will activate the account.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can I chip in?
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, Nada. Dare Gabriel. Is it Dare Gabriel?
Thank you. My challenge is it's regarding the congratulation letter and the certificate. Whenever I download the congratulation letter, it shows that it's been downloaded, but I can't open it. Instead, it gives an error message to say that the PDF it's not opening. And with regard to the certificate, it's not downloading at all.
In your device, are you able to open other PDF documents?
Yes, I am. And I even transfer it to, because I've been using my phone, I transferred it to the laptop, tried to open it with the laptop, and still it didn't open.
It says that the document cannot be opened.
Yes.
Can I have your email?
My email address is gabriel.diutwiling@gmail.com.
Gabriel
Diutwiling.
I might get it wrong. The spelling.
Let me spell it out for you.
Can you?
D for David.
Let me do this.
Okay.
For Gabriel, I got the spelling correct. I believe that. And then the other part, if you can spell from Gabriel.
Yeah, Diutwiling is D for David.
Diutwiling.
Yes, with D for David, I for Irene, U for Unity, T for Thomas, L for Lucas, W for water, I for Irene, L for Lucas, E for Era, N for Nick, and G for Gabriel.
At gmail.com.
That's correct.
Okay. Let me. What we will do is, we will reset your password to get into your account and download the letter and see what the error, what is causing the error, and then they will email you the new password, or you can even reset the password once they are done. They will send you a response on that as to where the problem was.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Regional. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, sir. And let me applaud you on this venture, Hobala Linakolerona, SIT. Quickly, we have clubbed with some people in my community to set up accounts class C. Okay. Now the person that is like registering Kayena, when he gets the money, we need to register the rest of us with the class B with the class B registrations subscriptions. How can that be effected effectively without money going this way and that way? Let's say there's five of us. Okay, we have clubbed to bring up the 1,000 rands that bought the class C. Okay, and then one of us did register with that 1,000 rands. Now, when the 300,000 rands comes out, we need to register the rest of the four for class B subscriptions. How can that be effected, sir?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is a bit challenging. Because now, if we have somebody who registered on your behalf, this is what you're saying. You're about a group of 5 people who contributed to make the class C package, and then
yes, that's correct.
one of you registered as your representative.
That's correct. Yes.
Now, the representative, if is using his own banking details, or okay, now that we are no longer talking about the banks, but let's say the payment will be given to the person. What we can what we can do is the rest of the team, the rest of you in the group can register for class D. You can register. We can all register for class D at the moment.
Okay.
And then after registering for the class D, at the time of the payments, the representative can say to us, I have these people who are under whom we have come together to make this investment. So my Weons, please distribute them this way. Divide them in this number, and then we send you. Even when you are in class D, when you register for the Weonomy Pay, you will still be assigned the Ethereum address where your Weons will be sent to. So that will mean we can distribute the Weons that were supposed to go into this person's account. Then we can send them to individual accounts, to these other accounts which make up the team, so that now when you have the money, you have your Weons on your wallet, then you can do the upgrades by yourself. You can swap them, you can exchange them, and now do the upgrade by yourself without having to wait for him to change the money first, and then you make the payment. That would be the process.
Let me see if I got you correct, sir. Okay, there's 5 of us. As you said, the first, let me say myself, I'm the one that's registered the account with, okay? Then the other 4, I registered them with class D, and then when the Weonomy Pay facilities out, then we use that Weonomy Pay to get the wallets to get the wallet addresses for the rest of us. Okay.
Yes.
And then when the time comes, I should write to support to say these addresses. We actually rally the money together to get into this. Can we then please distribute the Weons equally amongst these five? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So I would then need to write a letter. I mean, to write to support to do that.
Yes, because the system, the way it is built, it cannot automatically handle that because it is not designed in that way. So it is something that you'll have to bring to the attention of the responsible party in the allocation of the wheels to say, this is our agreement. So it should be actually a letter written by the team, signed by them to confirm that. Because now, this will be treated as a special case, but if we can take it this way.
I made
I'm
it quite
saying
simple, but
it
it
will be a special case because now it's the arrangement that you have already made. But on the other hand, people can still wait until the money is out, and then they can be able to get it to get paid into that single account, and from that single account on his Weonomy Pay, he can be able to send you those Weons without even exchanging them. He can be able to say, instead of us distributing this among the five of you, the person who is representing the group, after receiving the Weons, he can say, I sent, let's say it's 220, then said maybe I sent 50 to everybody. You can send to all of you. And then from your individual accounts, then you can be able to convert to swap that. And then now when you have money, you can now buy the package that you want to buy. If you want to buy class C, you buy class C. If you want to buy class B, you buy class B.
I have it. Thank you, sir. That's the first one. Secondly, Mr. Tabela, with the agent, virtual agents, with virtual agents, say we want to contribute to buy grocery, December grocery for let's say our street, in the townships, for the poor people in our street. Okay, we need to register for the virtual agency. Is that correct? And then from there, well, how do you go on to do that?
Yeah, well, let me do this. I tried.
We want to show the act of kindness.
Okay. Like I said, and that what we have said is with the virtual agency.
Yes, sir.
We are saying you should have if your project is about buying groceries for the vulnerable communities. It cannot only be COVID. There are other vulnerable peoples. Yeah, you can have a proposal around that, and now we will look into the proposal and have our comments, our suggestions, our add-ons as to how we can make sure that at a time when we put you live on your branded website, you have something that will attract eyes, that will attract. You remember there was a time when we were talking about the ad revenue. With the virtual agent, you're actually going to make money on the people who will be visiting your website. Yes, there will be some Weons allocated to the virtual agents, but also remember that you'll be making money based on the number of people who will be
who visit our website
into your branded website. So when you structure your virtual agent, you have to look into the other factors, to look into this target group that I'm picking. Are they going to help me to to raise the money that because this is okay. Let me say this. You have to not only to say I'm helping people. Yes, everybody can do, but we also say that we have to align that with the aim or the mandate of the company to say we also want those people to be part of the Weonomy. And
as a marketing, it's a marketing
if you look
strategy.
into all those aspects, I think it will be that idea. I think if you can document that and
it can be a sellable idea.
Yes, it's an idea that can really work, and there is a large community that you can attract and
access.
They can be able to make you good money.
Okay, no, thank you, sir. Because all I was looking at is just to get a truck and then put Weonomy on the truck, and then doing acts of kindness, and then we'll be distributing groceries as we go along, as sort of a marketing strategy. And then from that, we'll be video recording all that, and then we'll be putting it on our name, on Weonomy websites.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Nadia. I think we will have we'll have a report on the progress that is made on the virtual agent, and then on our next meeting, I'll make sure that we have a presentation around the preparations that we have done so far to make sure that those who have paid, they get their websites, that we receive their content. We also have, I think we'll also organize a meeting with them to guide them as to what is it that they are supposed to do, what is it that they are supposed to submit, so that we can push that content into their different websites, and then assign them the unique URLs where their websites can be accessed, and then how they can now market that, publish it, make it known to other people. So we will have that presentation. I think I'll make sure that by next week we have something that we can put on the table.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your help in that regard. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Detevele.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
I have two people here. If I can call, I'll call the name correctly. My apology if I call it wrong. We have, is it? This one is difficult, but we have Lusapo and we have Moni. I'm not sure if it's male or that. Can you please ask your questions and then one after the other?
How are you, Tate Lutebele?
Yes, Nade Lusapo. And then Moni, you ask the question after.
Thank you.
Sir, I've got a question, sir.
Yes, Nada.
First of all, thank you for this presentation.
I cannot hear you on that day, Lusapo.
Yes, my question is one, sir. Do you hear me?
Yeah, there's a background noise, which is making it difficult to hear you, but you can go ahead. I will try to pick the question.
Okay, sir. I've got one question. I've bought a shares of 4,000 rands, and I only got 224 we owns. So when I write to support, they said it's going to be fixed. Can you look on that issue, sir?
It's going to be?
It's going to be fixed, but I don't know when, because I bought with 4,000 rands.
Okay, when on your dashboard, how many Class C shares are acquired? How many shares do you have under Class C?
I've got only 10,000.
Okay, can I have your email?
It's Lusapo, L-U.
Lusapo, yes.
L-U-S-A.
P-H-O, yes.
P-H-O Nokevu, that is N-O.
N-O.
N-K-E-V-U.
N-K.
N-O.
Yes, ma'am.
K-E-V-U. K-E-V-U at gmail.com.
There's a noise that okay, we said N-O-K-U.
E-V-U.
K-E-V-U.
Yes, sir.
K-E-V-U.
Yes,
And then
Gmail.
at gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Let me do this. Okay. There is okay. Now, please. There's a trust account. Is it? Is it the signatory? It's like they don't have the proof of payment. If you can maybe write to the IT team and give them the POP, they will be able to activate the account. For your case, Nadir, the support the let me say, please assign the correct shares. They will assign the correct shares, and then the letter will automatically be updated. If that was the only question, I will take is it Memoni, if I'm calling the name correctly.
Give me money.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I had my daughter and my mother on class D. And,
okay.
Both of them. My daughter has been allocated the 10,000 plus C shares, but only given 30,000 giveaways. And we owns to receive monthly is 124. And then received to date, it's not, but I've realized as I was listening that I haven't so I will a Venly account, but it says it owns to on a monthly basis is 124.
The ones to receive monthly is 124.
Yes.
Can I have the email of the?
It's info.
And the background noise also. Let me see who. There's somebody who is. Let me check that. Okay. Okay, man. Please. Okay, let me take the email so we can check. Can I have the email?
It's info at mamoa mamoa.co.za.
I can hardly hear you. So can you please send me this email on my email? Can you send me this at office@weonomy.global? Just say the number of Weons allocated is 124. Then if you can do it maybe now, I'll be able to pass it to the team to look into it and see where the problem is.
Yeah, and my mom was not upgraded at all. But also something that is the payment verification status for my daughter. It says it looks like I sent to an old BT address of the CEO, the POP. So I'm not sure which was the correct address I was supposed to send to.
Anna, you're saying the payment you made into the old address.
well, that's what the message says on the dashboard.
The message that on your dashboard is saying that.
Yeah, it's giving different options because it says kindly upload POP and that if you paid on old BTC addresses, you to wait for CEO to be updated.
Hi. I'm really struggling to hear you. I'm not sure whether it's my internet or your voice is going up and down, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is happening now because my internet today is very bad. I'm not sure what is happening.
I'll send you an email, Tatel. Ke tla romela email.
Okay, please send the email on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. We are now past, yes, we are now past 10. I'll only allow up to yes, I'll only allow up to 10:30 because we are created to restrict our meeting strictly in 2 hours, so that we can allow people to rest and then be ready to attend the meeting tomorrow that we have with the CEO. So I'm allowing additional 19 minutes or so to take the other questions. I can see we still have over 40 hands that are up, but we will not be able to respond to all of them. I'm sorry. My apologies on that. Next meeting, we'll try to make sure that we take even more hands. And okay, can I have the first 2 questions?
Dumela Ntate Letebele.
Dumela, how are you?
Ke hona le kae?
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I will put the questions and rectify our dashboards. My questions, most of them you've already answered because most of the people have the same problem. But my main one, it's understanding the AEEX dashboard. I have received the congratulatory letter, but when I look at it on the dashboard, it doesn't show the information of the Weonomy. And I also wanted to understand the shares are the gold, and also there's another question which talks about the Class A shares loan. So how is it working?
Or the AEEX dashboard.
Yeah.
Let me log into it so that we can talk about it. Okay, let me. Yeah, well, we were supposed to make an update on that website, on the AEX website, to include the let me share it now. To include the Weonomy received similar to what we have done in the Class B of the Weonomy website. But the problem that we have here is now that we are planning to move our people from here into we are planning to move our people, the AEX people here into the Weonomy platform. We are simply trying to reduce. We are trying to reduce now this, having to do something double. You do it on the Weonomy side, and then you have to replicate that into AEX. But let me quickly take you through the dashboard of the AEX and its meaning. Like I said, the first part is about the Weonomy shares, whereby you have that Weonomy Class B shares, which should be equivalent to your gold coin shares. You have the Weonomy Class B, which should be exactly the same number with the gold coin Class B shares, because we are saying for the shares that you have in AEX, we have exactly the same number of shares in the Weonomy platform. And then if you have the Class C, they'll be able to appear here. Now we have the giveaway shares. These are for the Weonomy Class B. We are saying for the Weonomy Class B, you have the giveaway shares, and then this is the total number of your acquired Class B shares of Weonomy plus the giveaway shares. This is their total. This one is self-explanatory, and then we get to the maximum shares to sell over 10 years. What they mean here is out of the shares that you have here, out of the 100,000 shares that you have for the gold coins. Now we are talking AEX. Out of these 100,000 shares that you have, the company is giving you, is actually giving you this, is actually giving you 24,000 coins. These 24,000 coins, the way they are built is on a monthly basis. You are given 200 gold coins, and then in a year it's 1 point. In a year it's 2,000. It's 2,400. And then in 10 years, that will be 24,000. So you are given out of this 100,000 shares that you have, the company is giving you 24,000 coins that you will be able to trade or sell over the period of 10 years. And then the Class A part here is now that the price of the Class A is the price was around, it's actually 1 million. So many people wouldn't just afford that. Now the company decided that the shareholders on the AEX platform, they can be loaned, they can be given some, it's just that I'll check if this calculation here is correct. I remember there was something that we needed to do here, but the idea was to say you'll be given a discount on the Class A shares. You'll be given just we are saying now that the price is high, then the company is actually allowing you to buy, by the virtue of being a Class B shareholder, you are allowed to buy the Class A shares at a lower price compared to somebody who's just buying the Class A directly. So that one, I will have to go back on confirming the calculation here. I'm doubting this number that I'm seeing here. I'll revisit our documentation on the calculation of the loaned Class A. And then now that you'll be loaned that Class A shares, you'll be, instead of getting the 100% dividends, you'll be getting a certain percentage of dividends instead of, now that you have a loan. So instead of paying back the loan, we are saying on the dividends that we are supposed to get, you'll be getting a certain percentage of them, not 100% of those, and that other percentage will be repaying your loan. So this one I'll revisit our documentation and confirm it, but that is how the Class B dashboard for AEX is built. This one is just the number of people who are registered on the platform.
Now, because my intention was to, when I get paid, go to Class A shares. So how is it then going to work?
Yeah, like I'm saying, I will have to confirm again with the CEO. I'll make sure that I pass this to him so that tomorrow in the meeting, we will have an announcement. We'll have the clear way as to whether this approach that was proposed initially will still be followed, or there will be another workaround on that. Please let me take it, and then I will discuss it with the CEO as to whether he's still planning to take this route, or there will be another way of allowing people into the Class A category.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We have
Yes,
Mr.
Ntebele.
Yes, account is so with these two accounts, Kiko AEEX le ko Weonomy. But the other one, the email that's on a but the names are the same and the cell number is the same. So what should I do? Go Weonomy is Class C and then go AEEX is Class B, as you know. So what is that I have to do?
Yes. Like I said, at a time when we split the two platforms, at first we had everybody in the AEEX platform, but later we split the two platforms. So we said at the time when we split, the people who were on the AEEX platform, we did move them into the Weonomy, but changed their accounts to Class C. So in our plan now to make sure that those people who are in the AEX platform who are having the Class B, we want to move their Class B, the Weonomy Class B, into the Weonomy dashboard. So the record that you have that is a Class C on the Weonomy, we are going to convert it again back to Class B, and then allocate you the correct number of Class B shares, so that we, like we are saying, we plan to manage everything under one umbrella, so that on the AEX we deal only with the issues pertaining to AEX.
So what I mean is, do I have to write to you to change my emails, because AEEX has got its own email and Weonomy has got its own email?
Yeah, well, what we'll be determining here is the ID number. What we will be using to mesh, if I can say, to mesh the accounts, we'll be using the ID numbers. The ID number that you used on the AEX,
all right,
that ID number on the Weonomy. If there is no matching ID number, we insert a record. But if there's a matching ID number, we update that to make it Class B and update the shares accordingly.
All right. No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I've got two questions.
Yes,
that I would like to ask. The first one, I did register my child under Class D. Now, I'm not able to log in, but today during the day while I was listening to you, you talked about maybe to check if she is registered in the contact about us. Ne? So I went there and checked the certificate. So the certificate, it says that Tsepiso Tau is the owner of 10,000 shares of Class D, which is I think is wrong. The certificate is totally wrong, Because
okay, no,
yeah.
on that one, this is what is. I remember I got a number of queries on that. What we have done on the allocated shares there that appear under track certificate, the default value that is displayed there, I will have it corrected, is 10,000.
Okay.
For the Class D people, for everybody,
No.
if they can go under track certificate, the allocated shares there, it shows it's just that it shows the default value. It's not showing the shares that are assigned in the system. Because for other classes, it will show the number of shares that are assigned to you. So we will reset that and set it maybe back to 0, so that we can be able to display the number of shares that each person should have. Because now that one, I know it has caused a lot of confusion. People were writing to say, I'm at Class D, but I'm seeing under track certificate, I appear to have 10,000. When I log in, they are 500, and then it's causing some confusion. So that one we will be able to. We have noticed that. It's just that I forgot to correct it.
All right, for my
we will resolve it.
Okay, for this one, then I'm not able also to can log in, but I think maybe it might be the problem of the password. I'll try to reset it. And then my second question.
The password reset is working now. If you have confirmed that the email is spelled correctly, then you can reset the password.
No, the email is correct. So the second question is about the Class B. I've got my sisters, the 2 sisters have got the same, I think it's the same issue. They have got their Class B, they are registered under Class B and Class C, the 100,000 shares and 10,000 shares. But the Congress letter, it says it's the Weons is 2,240. So my question is it not supposed to, the Class C is not supposed to be added to this 2,240?
Okay, on that one, maybe they downloaded their letters before the update was made. If they can go back into their dashboards and re-download the letters, they will see that now the Class B congratulatory letter now shows the number of Weons for Class C.
For Class?
They show the Weons for Class B and Class C. They are not added together, but it will show you that you have 2,240 for Class B, and then this, if it's for, let's say, for somebody who paid 1,000 for Class C, it will say that you have another 224 for Class C.
Okay.
So I remember at first the letter was only showing the Class B, but it was later now. If you can try to log into their dashboards, if you have their passwords, you will see that the letter is now updated.
So the certificate the certificate, if it's Class B and C, are they supposed to have 2 certificates for Class B and also for Class C, or is only 1 certificate for Class B?
Yeah, if they are having the Class B and C, then they will have 2 certificates, the one for Class B and the other for Class C. On the certificates, we don't combine the shares to say you have this number of shares for Class B and this number of shares for Class C. For them, we separate them. But on the letter, they are combined.
No, I'm asking because now the certificates that they have in their back office is only for Class B. So I don't know how they can
if that is the case, then they simply need to reach out to the IT. They will be able to assign them the Class C certificate.
Okay.
If they have the proof of payment for Class C, and then they will be able to
Yes.
give them the class C certificates. That can be done by the IT team on their back office.
Yes, because the POP is one POP which is 11,000.
Yeah, if that is the case, then it will be easier. They will be able to assign them the certificates.
All right. No, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm taking
Only
the last
two-
question. We are
Only
now
two
at
questions.
Tebo.
Thank you, Tatel Ntebele. Thank you. Yeah.
Tebo.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity, Tatel Ntebele. I've got two questions.
Yes, madam.
The first one, I've registered a member on Class C.
Okay.
Apparently, after we finish uploading the information, when we pay the crypto, there was some error occurred until the crypto followed the next day on the same person. But I've managed to upload the proof of payment also, and we received the feedback stating that they've received it. But what we're querying now is the certificate. On the dashboard, it says not ready. It's 2 days now. It says not ready. When I try to check the congratulation letter, there's a message pop like it went off. It doesn't allow us to even look at the congratulation letter.
Oh, so you are saying you have uploaded the proof of payment,
yes,
but the certificate is still
not ready.
Not ready.
Yes.
Let me do this. Let me quickly do this so that. Okay. While I am looking into that, you can ask the other question.
Okay. The other one may be. Oh, before we move on here, this person bought 2 units. The CIS for 2,000 instead of 1,000. A certificate. I don't know if you understand my question here.
So you're saying they purchased twice the Class C?
Yeah, twice.
But
instead of one.
How much shares are appearing on the how much
on the
on the dashboard? Is it corresponding to the investment, or is less?
No, I think it's less because what you call this? It is 10,000.
Then you just need to go into the KYC section and then make a request to upgrade, and then the team will look into that. On the comments section there, you state that you have paid 2,000, but then you are still having what, the 10,000 shares. They will be able to do that.
Okay, can I redo that? Because what I did, I went through that section and request and upload as well. I've attached the proof showing that we bought instead of 1, we bought 2 for C class. On that page, that's what I've stated.
The request for upgrade button.
Yes, I've requested for upgrade, and I stated clearly, and I've attached the proof of payment for that particular order.
Okay, I know if you have done that, they will be able to process. Maybe if it hasn't been processed yet, it's just that sometimes you'll find that there are so many requests that are coming through, and just to allow them just a little time to do that.
Okay.
Can you check the certificates of the person that you said they are not ready? Is it the account that you can access now? And
yes,
see
yes, still, let me just.
You can check on that. We are now we have now passed the closing time. I allowed additional 30 minutes for the questions, but if I can continue, we'll reach to 11 and even exceed that. So please allow me to close our meeting. I know we still have people who wanted to ask their questions, and I really understand. But Meter, is it Meter?
It's just a quick question.
I'm taking you as the last person while that Deltago is checking on their account.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can't. I'm on that account still, but when I touch to download certificate, it doesn't allow me to download. It says not ready.
The certificate is not ready.
Yes, that's what
can
it says.
Can I have the email of the?
Okay. The email of this person. Let me check.
Or the ID number, the email or the ID number.
The email, it's Nelly Siwe, NELISIWE, Nkomo, NKOMO, P for Peter, L for Linda, 74 @gmail.com.
It's Nelisiwe Nkomo.
Yeah. Nkomo, yes. 74.
74.
Yes, @gmail.com.
At gmail.com. The certificate is not ready.
Yeah, that's what it says there.
Let me. Okay, Mr. Can I take your question, and then while I'm looking into the.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tatul Tebele. And Tatul Tebele, I bought my account, my Class C account ka June, and ka July I upgraded to Class B. Then yes, it was upgraded because I even sent the email to the team, the IT team, so they upgraded it, and I could see Class C reflector as 10,000 shares and Class B reflector as well as 100 shares. But now I think Hubilele an upgrade again. When I log in today, it says it only reflect Class B shares required, which is 100,000, and then on Class C it says 0. But when I download, I can download both certificate with the same certificate number. So my worry is Class C.
Okay, yeah. On that one, sorry for interrupting. I understand. Yes, there was an update that was done. There was an error actually where almost everybody who logged into the Class B, there was the value for default Class C was actually 10,000. So it was showing that for everybody, even for the people who did not qualify for Class C, those that are Class B. So we rectified that. So in the case where your account was still showing the Class C all along, and suddenly it is now showing Class C as 0, you can simply write to the IT team. They will assign you the Class C shares, and then they will reflect upon proving that you have really made a payment for the Class C. So there was that error where it was showing the 10,000 for everybody. We just that we identified that and then corrected it so that only the people who have the Class C should have the Class C reflecting on their dashboards. So that can be corrected. Simply reach out to our team. They will assign you the Class C shares.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've just checked the account and the certificate is ready from my side.
Now.
It should be ready on your side as well. Maybe if you can just refresh, I'm not sure. Because the only time you will see the download button on your dashboard on the certificate is only when the certificate is ready. So now it will be in the matter on the device.
I can see it now. It's ready. Yeah, I can see it. It's written ready. Yes. And then my last question, last one. I've registered the member a week ago, and apparently immediately after that, the member didn't show up under my list. And after 2 days, I wrote to support, but up until now, no feedback. I don't know.
That one will require your email and the email of the person you were registering, which you can send via the email, because now it will be 2 emails. So can you please send them through to office@weonomy.global so that I can be able to check. Maybe when you were writing the referral email, you got your email wrong. That is the only possibility. Or maybe you duplicated their email there. So there are several possibilities that can lead to the disappearance of the downliner on your referral list.
So which email I must use to send this?
Office@weonomy.global.
Office@weonomy.global.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now I will send
just
it
explain that, and then we'll be able to assist.
All right. Thank you, Tatin. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I really have to close here. I'm aware of the people on the YouTube channel. My apologies for not considering the questions that you are asking from that side. Next time in our meeting, we'll make sure that we balance the two. We take the other questions from the YouTube channel and also those on the Zoom. So my apologies. I'm only realizing now that there are a lot of questions that are coming up from that side, and I wasn't able to pick them. So next time we'll try to balance the two. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll have another session next week. And then if you didn't have an opportunity to ask your question now, please bear with us. We cannot take everybody because we'll have to stay until it's late. So we have another meeting tomorrow with the CEO. Let's please rest, and then so that we can be able to attend that meeting. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Thank you.